Y grabando, FENcast grabando, otro episodio en tiempos de cuarentena, otro episodio en vía telefónica, hoy con un artista que, aunque su profile en Instagram dice Character Design y Story, yo diría que él hace mucho más con su arte. Uno, el cual su trabajo ha variado desde blanco y negro hasta lo bien colorido, hasta lo abstracto, mezclado con un poquito de poesía, por lo que yo puedo analizar. Nathaniel Torres, ¿cómo estamos, bro?
Hola, todo bien, ¿y tú?
Todo bien, mano, todo bien. Em, yo di una breve introducción, pero
Sí,
para
sí.
quien no sepa, presentate formalmente, mano.
Pues nada, me llamo Nathaniel Torres. En verdad que most people me dicen Nathan porque es más fácil que me digan Nathan, en verdad. Y nada, soy artista puertorriqueño de aquí, de Puerto Rico. Mi familia es de Sidra, pero en verdad que yo me he mudado por toda la isla. Ahora mismo vivo en San Juan y whatever. Estudio en Chicago, animación, ya estoy a punto de terminar mi bachillerato. Y nada, mi enfoque es la animación. Quiero trabajar o sea, en la industria de animación de los Estados Unidos. So, cartoons, o sea, esa cosa.
Ok, super cool. So, ya que estamos hablando de animación, let's get right to it. Te pregunto first
Mm.
off, ¿qué fueron algunos de los cartoons o animated movies that inspired you?
Pues a mí, pues yo crecí con cartoons, tú sabes, toda mi vida, literalmente. Fue a través de los muñequitos y todo eso que aprendí a hablar inglés. Yo siento que ha tenido un super big impact en mí. Yo creo que mi muñequito favorito pues siempre fue SpongeBob, tú sabes, as a kid, pero no fue hasta cuando se empezaron a salir shows como Adventure Time, Regular Show y todo eso, cuando yo empecé a mirar lo que está en la televisión y decir como que diablo, eso se ve tan cool, como que yo quiero hacer eso.
Ok, ok, gacha. Sí, sí, y las personas que ven tu estilo, por lo menos en los character designs, por lo menos yo veo como que influences de Brian Lee O'Malley, es que se llamaba, el de Scott's Pilgrim, eh,
Sí, también.
Steven Universe, cosas así. So, any
Ujú.
comics or any other shows that also inspired you?
Sí, en verdad que, pues además de eso, esos cartoons fueron como que los que me inspiraron a decidir como que diálogo, como que deja ver esto de animación porque se ve brutal y like animation ha sido mi vida, like, so quiero meterme en eso. Pero entonces fue después que empecé a como que aprender más cosas, como que por Pinterest yo buscaba como que artistas y encontraba arte de diferentes artistas que me gustan y qué sé yo. A través de ahí fue que encontré Brian Lee O'Malley's work, tú sabes, y también como de todas las personas que trabajan en esos shows como Adventure Time, Rebecca Sugar, que fue la que hizo Steven Universe, como que ya trabajó en Adventure Time, toda esa gente siempre están como que muy conectadas y todo eso. Y además de American cartoons, a mí siempre me ha encantado el anime, of course, so sí, como también eso es una gran inspiración, ¿sabes? Películas de Studio Ghibli, um, cualquier anime, like, my favorite one is One Piece, me encanta One Piece, pero all kinds of anime, ¿verdad? Just great storytelling y good artwork, yeah.
Ok, ok, gacho. So, te pregunto, en One Piece, are you caught up? ¿Estás al día o...?
No, like, I don't, like, it's weird porque yo solamente he visto, like, I only started like a year ago, One Piece actually, pero como que I'm like 300, almost 400 episodes in, um, pero I'd say it's one of my favorite animes porque it's just like, es tanto, you have to dedicate so much time to it, y además de que I just feel like como que it's literally como que el anime que más que mejor como que tiene todos los tropes del anime y todo eso, como que it's all boiled down to One Piece. Como que if you watch One Piece, you kind of get anime.
Sí, sí, que para cualquiera que sea como que you wanna introduce them to it, ahí tienes como que un perfect starter.
Literal. Even though it's like still pretty different from the typical anime, and I guess that's what makes it good. It's like it's anime, but it's also not anime at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, o sea, claro, tiene como que los tropes que del, ¿cómo se dice? El hero's journey type of thing,
Sí,
de,
exacto.
de Dragon Ball y todas esas cosas que se pusieron antes, pero también eres so
Sí.
goofy, it's so eccentric, so weird que makes it fun.
Sí, exacto. Y eso, that's exactly what I think que makes an anime tan such a good, such a big thing, you know, porque eso lo que tú dijiste del hero's journey, como que anime nails that probably more than any other like animation, like, you know, como que style out there. Como que the way que el anime tiene arcs y como que everything is centered around characters and ideologies, como de bien distinto a lo que uno se espera from like cartoons del oeste. Y eso es lo que yo siento que se ha estado moviendo la animación pues lately, o sea, con Steven Universe and Time y todo eso. It's centered around arcs y all these stories que really like tiene un progression.
Yeah, ya obligado. Te iba a preguntar de Ghibli, pero te pregunto ahorita cuando estemos más lighthearted.
Yeah.
So, going into tu trabajo como tal,
Yes.
ayer estaba repasando y pues vi que pues eran dibujos, empezaste dibujos normales, then you went to black and white, eventually usaste muchos colores y ahora tienes un estilo, por lo menos lo que llevas posteando, que me encanta, que parecen como que una mezcla de character design con cubismo, con poesía.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Sí.
talk to me about that progression.
Yeah, so definitely. En verdad que en general yo siempre estoy experimentando con las cosas que hago. It's never the same. Aunque yo tengo pues mis enfoques que siempre se van a quedar igual. Tú sabes, como que el character design, como que me encanta diseñar los personajes. Story, como que cualquier cosa que tenga un story, tú sabes. Y eso tiene todo que ver con drawing y cartooning en general, pero como que I'm always looking for different ways to blend that, you know, into different things, just porque se puede hacer tan repetitivo hacer lo mismo, y además de que yo quiero hacer esto profesionalmente, so es como que this is literally going to be my job, hacer estas cosas, so es como que I find solace en hacerlo de manera distinta. So sí, yo estaba experimentando haciendo cómics, like lately, mucho veo blanco y negro, just practicing line art, you know, viendo a ver cómo se hacen cosas en panels, y también como que lo empecé a hacer como en blanco y negro, como si fuese un manga, like con halftones y textures y toda esa cosa. Y pues entonces me puse a hacer esas piezas del poema con pues el super minimalist estilo, like el cubismo y todo eso, and a lot of symbols and stuff like that. I was just looking for ways, porque a mí me gusta escribir poesía y no lo hago super constantemente, like I don't really consider myself a poet así, pero como que whenever I feel like como que I need to put something down, y como que I like to write poetry. For me, it's very personal. But I wanted to see if I could turn that into something visual. But yeah. Yeah, actually, I did those pieces like months ago. I've actually been taking un break de social media. Porque pues shit happens. 2020 kicked my ass. Y estamos aquí.
Yeah, te entiendo full.
Y también, might as well mention que I also, además de todo eso, I also do like video games. Lo he hecho desde like high school, pero pues it's something que I just experiment with and like lo hago independently. I would never do it professionally, like in a sentido, like I wouldn't work for a game company or anything. Pero it's something that I've always looked up to, pues, like, no sé si sabe Toby Fox, Undertale, y todas esas cosas. Como que, I love indie developers that like just make games because they grew up with them and they love them. But I also do that.
Okay, super nice. ¿Lo que ha hecho son como que flash games o son diferentes?
No son flash games, pero like, son like the main project that I work on is a platformer. It's kind of like a run and gun style action platformer, como Metal Slug.
Super fucking nice. I love that reference.
Sí, literal. Aquí, esas maquinitas de Metal Slug están por todos lados.
Super nice. De hecho, mi novia recientemente me regaló el Switch con Smash Bros.
Oh, nice.
I've been wanting for them to add el main character de Metal Slug, pero pues, I don't think it'll happen.
Sí. Estaría brutal. If they did.
Y el Final Smash que sea él metiéndose en el Metal Slug y...
Sí, literal. That would be awesome. No sé por qué no lo han hecho. Porque ya ellos tienen un character de FNK Heroes, ¿verdad?
Ya tienen a Terry.
Sí, exacto. Tienen a Terry, pues que pongan a Marco o a Theo, o put them all in, que sean diferentes skins, tú sabes.
Yeah, como hicieron con Hero de Dragon Quest.
Exacto. Sí. Eso sí, evidente.
Estaría super cool.
Yeah.
Pero pues, one can dream.
Ajá.
So, ya que estamos hablando en video games, dijiste que maybe professionally not, pero si te piden que seas como que el video game designer, digo, el character designer.
100%. Sí, sería como que un equipo independiente, o quizás como que maybe for a company que no sea como que something really big, como que maybe like if it's like a smaller studio or an indie like team, that's como que I would be an artist or some sort of designer or animator for that. But I wouldn't pursue it as like my main thing de como que I am game person, tú sabes.
Yeah, te entiendo full. So te tirarías como que el Toriyama con Dragon Quest y con Chrono.
Yes, obligado, something like that. That would be awesome. And even then, I feel like that's pretty professional, porque that's like a long-standing series y todo eso. Pero definitely, como que I would just like to be an artist for hire. Así, como que it's when it comes to like video games and shit like that.
Gotcha. Sí. Te pregunto porque yo when I was a kid, yo también quería como que... That was my first passion, como que video games. Pero since I wasn't good at math, pues I decided to maybe just draw and make characters. Pero then again, I never made stories for them, so...
Right.
Después decidí, maybe just write the story for the video game. Y como siempre he sido fan de fighting games y de RPGs, pues pensé, why not?
Right. Sí, ¿no? Y entonces, como todas esas cosas, animation, video games, todo eso, como que la gente piensa que es como que te tienes que meter por una ruta bien estricta, pero no es así, como que la gente, people can get jobs in the animation industry sin estudiar, like, arte, without going to art school or anything. Really what matters es como que connections, conocer a gente que want you as an artist o lo que sea tú hagas, to collaborate. And you need to be someone que people want to work with, tú sabes.
Obligado. Manteniéndonos en esta dirección de video games, if you were to have the budget right now, ¿en qué genre would you work in?
Like, how big of a budget? Any budget?
Unlimited, yeah.
Yeah, unlimited. Wow.
Like, ¿cuál sería el primer video game genre that you would tackle?
Right. If I had an unlimited budget and I and I could make any fucking video game, I'd probably make an RPG, like a como Dragon Quest, I'd say.
Yeah, un JRPG.
Like Dragon Quest 11. That was the last como que big game que I played que me encantó. Estaba super brutal. Y I think that would be awesome porque I love RPGs porque se enfocan tanto en la historia, and I think, you know, a lot of people can be like, oh, video games, como que you should put play first, como que how the game plays is important and shit. Games for the story, and like that's nothing rare. Como que lots of people just turn to games because they love the characters and the story y todo eso. And I think that's one of the reasons why como que los primeros juegos que yo empecé a jugar fueron RPGs. Like mi primer juego en el DS era Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Que no sé si sabes, but it's Mario, but it's an RPG.
Yeah.
It's like fucking insane.
Es como un spiritual sequel de Super Mario RPG.
Sí.
Nice, me encanta. De hecho, yo, rápido que mi novia me regaló el Switch, I instantly bought las versiones de Switch que hay de Final Fantasy 7 al 10. Porque
oh yeah, nice.
No se puede dejar atrás. Even though yo pasé el 7 when I was a kid, I still como que want to replay it.
That's fair.
Now, that being said, let's go back to you mentioned comic books earlier. Si fuese a hacer uno ahora, what genre do you think you would tackle?
So, I'm actually in the middle of a series. Como que I started el año pasado, porque estaba cogiendo una clase sobre making comics y pues lo cogí de oportunidad para hacer un issue de una serie que I've actually had for an idea that I've had boiling for a long time. Y it's like basically it's an autobiographical graphic novel series that I'm working on. Se llama Cola Avenue, and it's about this kid that walks down this like creepy street with his friends, and like the sun never comes up. It's always dark, and there's hella monsters. Yeah, so that's a series that I did the first issue. It's out, and you can read it. But I haven't like worked on it anymore. I still want to, but that's kind of like a very ongoing thing that I want to do. Porque es un autobiographical story, but I can do that for like my whole life. So I'm in no rush to make more issues and shit.
Yeah, yo te entiendo.
So it's like a slice of life, but it's like it mixes elements of like horror. So yeah, it's a pretty fun experiment to do. Y todo es en el estilo de como que el manga, you know. So como que everything is half toned, tiene como que these crazy panel divisions y todo eso.
Nice. Is there any Over the Garden Wall influence que tú sepa?
On my work in general?
On that work in specific.
Oh, I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, I love Over the Garden Wall. It's a great series. And every time I watch it, I feel like I learn something new. Sí, definitely. I think que todos esos cartoons that I grew up with have influenced me one way or another, even if it's subconscious.
Por eso, yeah. Eso me refería más como que
sí.
Maybe inconscientemente pues it crept into there.
Sí.
Entonces, regarding animation, ¿te tirarías más por el flow de 2D animation, 3D animation, una mezcla de los dos?
Definitely 2D. Like, that's what I'm going to school for. Yeah, 2D is what I grew up with, and you know, I don't think it's dying anytime soon. So I definitely want to como que ser parte de eso. Y yeah, porque todavía hay mucho valor en 2D animation and shit. I was just never interested in 3D that much. Like, se ve lindo, pero I don't think it's as cool. I don't know, that's just me personally.
Yeah, no te entiendo. Y también uno de los grandes problemas de, por lo menos para mí, de 3D animation es que it gets dated really fast.
Sí, exacto. I agree with that 100%. Porque, like, si tú ves a las primeras películas de Toy Story, like, cuando eso salió, like, wow, Toy Story, like, 3D and whatever. Pero tú miras ahora and it's like, oh my god, like, that looks bad. And it's just gonna keep being like that because 3D is only gonna keep getting better. So,
exacto. Que si no es por el Fantastic Story, pues en verdad que
exacto.
no habría como que, I wouldn't say a redeeming quality, pero como que sería difícil go back and watching it.
Sí, definitely.
Mientras tanto, I don't know, you watch, y esto fue un ejemplo cheesy, pero hay que decirlo, ves, qué sé yo, algunos de los classics de Disney y el animation still, aunque sea de los 50, se ve cabrón.
Sí, exacto. You're totally right about that. Como que you watch Snow White and it's like, what the fuck? This movie's so good. Like, que carajo. And it's from like the 30s. It's insane. That's why 2D has so much value. It's like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's so much more like intuitive, I think. Como que you can just draw and like make art and make it, stylize it as much as you want or as little as you want. Y se ve, y siempre se va, es cabrón, as long as you are consistent, you know what you're doing, and you have a good story. And that's what made Snow White so good, because like you watch that movie, and sure, it has a lot of aspects about it are old, pero the fuck, como que it still has that Disney, like, you know, spark. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Disney, pero you have to give like the respect to, especially like some of their earlier works, because it really set the tone for their whole brand.
Yeah, obligado. Y estamos iguales, como que I'm not the biggest Disney fan, pero como quiera, like, tú ves esos clásicos así y la animación, aunque la historia a veces can be silly or whatever, aunque sea la animación te da como que wow. You can just put the movie on mute y te encanta verlo nada más.
Sí, literal.
O sea, there's a reason why todavía se quiere como que capturar la magia de Looney Tunes, Popeye, Tommy Jerry. Y por qué Cuphead was such a big hit, además de que pues
también literal. And I don't think it has even that much to do with the vintage thing. I think it's just that people like to see good, well done work, you know?
Yeah. Entonces, moviéndonos un poquito para lo que sería your creative process.
Yes.
Yo sé que para cada pieza es diferente, pero por lo regular, ¿cómo es tu creative process? Do you go in with an idea? Do you improvise in the moment? Do you have background music? ¿Necesitas complete silence? ¿Qué es lo que...?
But let me be honest, como que eso es algo que always changing. Something que you never really have figured out unless you're like, a super professional or whatever. And honestly, I feel like even professionals are always looking for ways to... But sometimes I will have like one very specific idea and I just sit down and like do it because I believe in it a lot and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck. But other times I'll like make lists and like randomize shit to draw and like go from there. Or sometimes I'll draw from real life. O como tú dices, como de poner música and see what comes out of that. It changes a lot. I think personally I like to use a lot of reference, see, from real life. Y por eso yo siento que, por ejemplo, like mi comic, como que es autobiographical, como que pulling things from real life and making them fictitious, como que makes it blurs the line between what's real and what isn't. So you're looking at this comic and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, this is, you know, it's a cartoon or it's all stylized or whatever, but this is just like real life. And I feel like that's kind of like what I want to go for with everything that I want to do. With story, with with how things look, like todo eso.
Okay. De hecho, te pregunto también, has the pandemic affected that creative process in any way?
Has what affected the process? Sorry.
The pandemic, the quarantine.
Oh, I mean, yeah. The fuck? I got like super depressed last year. See, the thing about like, I'm a person. Como que life can hit me as hard as it can hit anyone. And I think that was one of the biggest things that the pandemic taught me. Como que I can't put myself this idealistic pressure or something on myself. Porque I don't have to be like that. I can just be a person that makes art. Y yeah, como que I with the pandemic, I struggled. Sometimes you don't want to go through shit. I think the biggest thing for me was burnout. Porque I pressured myself to make more, and I like, finish this, finish that. Oh, you finished it? Now move on to this. Es como que, but then you kind of forget why you're even doing it. And that's always tough. So, siempre es bueno take a step back y como que enjoy life. Y después ahí es que tú te das cuenta como que, por esto es que estoy haciendo esto. Por eso es que me gusta tanto coger referencia y, like, draw what I know from real life.
Yeah.
Ground.
Te entiendo full. Y tristemente eso ha sido algo que has been kind of stripped away debido a la cuarentena y pandemia. Como que todo el tiempo estamos encerrados y toda la cosa. So estamos como que, pues, let me live life through consumption of other media or whatever.
Literal, it's actually really weird. Como que this has been a really weird year, porque and actually, como que para mí, it's been kind of a plus, porque it's allowed me to find time to, como tú dijiste, dive into media. So I've been watching older shows, como que, like, fucking, just looking at a bunch of random shit and getting reference from that. Como que I binge watched regular show con mi roommate allá afuera. Y, like, yo lo veía cuando era chiquito, pero I didn't realize up until now that the whole show is amazing, and it actually has a fucking baller ending. Like, even better than Adventure Time's ending, in my opinion. But, and it just goes to show that, oh my God, like, you can also grow from taking time to look at other things, you know?
Obligado. ¿Te encanta el episodio ese donde sale Tyler, the Creator?
That one's pretty good, yeah. Sí, a mí me encanta ese show. Y eso es otro show que como que coge, like, it blurs the line between real life and what's, you know, fantasy. It just makes things really interesting, and it makes you look at the screen and go like, oh my God, that's just like real life. Like, these motherfuckers, they're doing the shit that I would do in real life, even though it's like 10 times stupider.
Yeah, obligado.
See, like what? There's this one episode que Rigby, like, she's like being really stupid, and Mordecai's like, oh, you don't have your high school diploma, and that's why you're stupid. So he's like, all right, I gotta get more smarter. So he buys like smart juice and shit, and it's like the fuck? It's so stupid, but it's like we would totally do that in real life. That's what people do. People just do dumb shit.
Ay, puñeta. Dude, también te pregunto, since you've been like forced to look at other media dado por la cuarentena y toda esta cuestión, yo sé que ahora te estás cogiendo como un social media detox, pero
sí.
Based on your experience, por lo que has visto en las redes y experienced pre-pandemic presencialmente, ¿cómo ves el arte en Puerto Rico?
Wait, sorry, say that again. El arte en Puerto Rico, ¿cómo lo veo?
Yeah, how do you see it based on your experience through social media y presencial?
That's hard to say, porque como yo estuve ahí afuera, pues most of lo que yo he visto de una escena artística ha sido pues lo que está exposed, what I'm exposed to en mi universidad pretty specifically. por lo menos yo no he visto una escena aquí super booming de animación tradicional and shit. And honestly, como que that's partly on me, porque I haven't looked, you know, to Puerto Rico to look for shit like that, even though I've always wanted to, como que encontrar like-minded people que hagan lo mismo que yo, like, you know, de aquí, which is honestly one of the biggest things I'm passionate about, porque yo siento que esa representación como que hace tanta falta, you know, in Western media.
Obligado. Se me olvidó preguntarte ahora, pero te pregunto ahora.
Yeah.
Mayormente estás enfocado en arte visual, sea animation, drawing, painting y pues de vez en cuando poesía. Pero any other art form that you would like to explore in the future que no has podido explorar ahora mismo?
Definitely. Como que I've always wanted to try something like música, just cause like, but it's art. It's pretty much the same, you know, not the same, literally the same creative process at all. It's a creative process. I used to do music when I was like in middle school. Like I used to do like chiptune music, y como tenía que ver con estaba tratando de get into videojuegos y toda esa mierda. Como I would try to make chiptune music for my games and shit, and most of it was pretty bad. So yeah, pero I've always wanted to get back into music at some point. Probably cuando esté a un punto como que más estable en mi carrera de animación y todo eso. I would like to dive into that again.
¿Te tirarías más otra vez como que video game type of music or would you explore any other genre?
Definitely other genres. I think I would most likely move into electronic, like ambient stuff maybe, or maybe experiment with like hip hop or something. I think it'd be really, really fun just to try. But we're talking many years from now, just because I don't have the space to do that right now.
Yeah, obligado. Entiendo.
But the point is, it's always been a possibility and something that I'm willing to give a shot.
Obligado. Cuestión de pues, poco a poco.
Sí.
Ahorita mencionaste que pues que el biographical comic is ongoing. Any other projects that you are currently working on o que tienes pensado para 2021?
Pues está mi juego que I've been making since like high school. Originalmente iba a ser un proyecto que I wanted to finish cuando me graduaba. Pero I had a very different story back then porque yo no iba a estudiar arte ni nada de eso. So ese proyecto era como que mi one chance to like do something big and something I liked antes de move into a career que no me iba a gustar, tú sabes. So yeah, but once I managed to go to art school and received some support, but I felt como que I was like, okay, so this can take a backseat right now because I'm gonna focus on animation, which is what I really want to do. So yeah, está ese proyecto se llama Halt. No sé si sabes Steam Greenlight. But I put the game on Greenlight like many years ago. It got greenlit, but I still haven't finished it. So I just have to do that, you know, whenever the time comes. We'll see results.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than that, but I have, you know, I'm studying, so tengo mi thesis film, you know, like film animation majors. They have to do like a thesis film. So that's what I'm going to be working on this semester. Yeah, I think that's pretty much most ongoing projects. Anything else is just pretty much like experimentation y todo eso. But speaking of the thesis film, esos poemas que he visto en las fiestas de cubismo y todo eso en Instagram, but those are based on esa story, not on the thesis film.
Okay, super nice. Te pregunto, does it have to be a silent short film o tiene que tener...
It's mostly like a soundtrack que is done by a friend of mine. His name's RJ Lake. Really good composer. Like, I love his stuff. He also collaborates with me on my video game as well. He's been working on a soundtrack for that, and yeah, we like to collaborate a lot.
Super dope, super dope. Estamos casi cerrando, but before we do that, your social media.
Yes. Like I share my handles y todo eso.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. But my main social media right now is n.tresto, n.t.resto, actually. See, so it's just my name. That's like my animation. Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, n.tresto. I used to go by, I mean, I still do. My main handle was Vasm con 3 pero I mainly want to use that for my game dev stuff, just so I don't confuse the two streams. So you can still find Vasm on Instagram. I just haven't posted anything on there because I don't share game dev stuff on my Instagram. But you can find it on Twitter as well. Yeah, I don't post much, but I'm trying to get back into it slowly.
Poco a poco.
Yeah, totally. And I still like to create for social media. I like to keep my followers updated and stuff, but it's just been hard with the pandemic and shit. And it's been a process of even like me figuring shit out and what I really want to do with social media, so I can create even better stuff that I can put on there. But very soon, I'll be updating the social media.
Yeah, como que un self-discovery process y un new adaptation process dado la pandemia.
Literal. And that's exactly why I haven't posted like or anything, because I'm working on stuff. That way, when I can come back, it's gonna be like, oh shit, cool, and yeah.
Gotcha. Now that we've taken all the serious questions out of the way, even though it's been a really fun conversation, now it's a question that is fun at heart, but can be a little difficult. So, imagine that you're on a deserted island, and you only have 3 Studio Ghibli movies that you can take with you. Which ones are you taking?
Damn. Okay, that's a really cool question. Definitely, I'd say Porco Rosso.
Super dope.
Okay, Porco Rosso, Princess Mononoke, and My Neighbor Totoro.
Super nice. Me encanta la variedad.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones. Fíjate, a mí todavía me hacen falta ver algunas películas de Ghibli, pero esas son mis favoritas so far. And I think they'll probably still be my favorites.
¿Cuáles no has visto?
Me hace falta, creo que the cat movies, like The Cat Returns, you know, I saw. What are the ones here? I'm actually going to look them up because I fucking forget how many movies there are. No he visto las nuevas tampoco, like the ones que no son Miyazaki.
Okay, yeah.
No he visto Castle in the Sky. You know, in my opinion, I think Spirited Away is kind of overrated.
Yeah. Hold on.
Controversial opinion.
Don't you dare repeat that, sir.
Now it's a good movie. It's just I like the other ones better. Like they spoke to me more, I guess. But I think they're all amazing. And I still love like Arrietty. I think that was the first Ghibli movie I watched. Como que eso fue antes de que I even knew what Ghibli was, and I think I just rented it on Blockbuster, like when I was a kid.
¿Cuál fue esa?
The Secret Life of Arrietty.
Okay. Yeah.
And I still love Kiki. I still love fucking Ponyo. Ponyo is pretty good.
Yeah, yo diría que I'd say Porco Rosso is probably the most underrated, pero Kiki también is very underrated.
Yeah, I agree with that. Kiki's really good too.
En verdad que fantastic movies. Pero I'd say my favorite Y asumo que también es por el subject matter, sería Wind Rises.
Esa no la he visto. It looks cool though. La tengo que ver.
Yeah, it's really good. En verdad que, since you're an artist as well, como que I feel you'll feel identified a bit with the character.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Other than that, en verdad que Castle in the Sky, watch it as soon as possible. Porque
Yeah.
it's a top tier.
Yeah, definitely. See, I was like hanging out with some friends yesterday and me dijeron que tienen todas las películas de Studio Ghibli and HBO Max. And I was like, the fuck? Como que, since when do they put Ghibli movies on like streaming services? So now I'm definitely going to get HBO Max because I'm going to fucking watch todas las que me hacen falta.
That's actually very surprising porque muchas veces los que se encargaban de como que traer dubbed versions eran Disney. So that's
Right.
I didn't know that. I'm very surprised.
Sí, no, it's crazy.
I guess HBO did something that has actually
Sí.
benefited them a lot.
Fucking flip some tables or some shit. I don't know. They did something.
Yeah. Damn. Super cool.
Right.
Mano, again, your social media so people know.
¿Cómo es?
Tus redes sociales otra vez.
Right. Pues n.t.resto en Instagram, ntresto on Twitter. Y for my game dev stuff, you can find Vaasm, VAAASM, on Twitter. Y on Instagram también, but I haven't posted anything. Y yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all my stuff.
Super
Maybe
dope,
I'll do
super dope.
TikTok. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Poco a poco, my dude.
Sí.
Awesome, mano, awesome. Pues, first off, gracias por haber dicho que sí for the interview.
See, of course. Thanks for this interview in general. It's been awesome talking about all this stuff. Y a mí I get excited viendo más como que support para artistas de aquí y just como que a bigger, a place where people can like talk about that stuff. A platform. Como que tener una plataforma para artistas de aquí. Or something that resembles that. But it's really cool to see, and I'm glad that I can be a part of that.
Yeah, yo obligado entiendo más. Hace falta más. I'm just trying to do my part.
Obligado.
Segundo, pa'lante. I like what you're doing, and I'm very interested in seeing what else you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Y tercero, mano, distanciamiento social, mascarilla, alcohol, all that good stuff. Stay safe.
Of course, for sure. Sí, gracias por todo.
Y su nombre es Nathaniel Torres. You can just call him Nathan as well.
Yeah.
Mano, muchas gracias otra vez.
Gracias a ti, brother. Dale. Peace out.